Oh, hello, it is I, Gomi, and we are going to be back with another week of Is It Trash? This time we're going to be combining episodes 9 and 10, because unfortunately I was unable to do last week, so I'm going to be doing last week's episode and this week's episode both in the same video. Forgive me. So, getting right into it from last episode 9 of last week, we get to see Denji finally clash with the Katana Man, who also has a katana in his head, much like Denji's chainsaws. First off, we see once again Himeno die, unfortunately. Such a beautiful scene, beautiful OST, but man, it hurts. We got to like Himeno, and it's sad. But we see in her dying breath, she's able to pull Denji's chain one last time, so he's able to get the power and strength he needs to go in his Chainsaw Man form and fight good old Katana Man. Denji notes how he loves bad guys and gets right in there. Beautiful Sakuga, really nice fight scene. They do a very good job of mixing in the 2D and the 3D, and they make it so that the 3D is not noticeable or bad. That was a major concern of mine from the start of the series, that the 3D would be meh and noticeable, but thankfully it's not a problem. I don't mind it. Then Katana Man's cronies arrive. Now, this is quite interesting. We see Denji, he doesn't try to kill these guys. He's actually very hesitant, and he puts his chainsaws away to not kill them and disarm them. And then also he holds one hostage, in quotation marks, to kind of get Katana Man to back up, but then we learn the Katana Man does not give two damns about his own men. He calls Denji a scumbag, despite then proceeding to run straight through his comrade and murder the living life out of him. And Denji is freaking cut in half. But. We then go back to where Makima and the other squad member got murdered. Turns out they did not. Or at least Makima did it, because Makima just gets up. You get shot, well, you just get right back up, which kind of confirms my suspicions. There's more to Makima. She cannot be trusted. She's like a fiend or a devil. There's no way she just has like a contract with a devil to make her not die or something. Whatever the case is, she absolutely brutally murders the attackers, meets up with two other cronies who we learn their names later. I believe it's Kurose and Tendo. I could be wrong about that. She then requests to go to a shrine and also get 30 death row inmates, and we get to see Makima's power unfold. We do not know what her devil contract is because they blindfold the others and don't let them know. But whatever it is, she's able to squish people. And by squish people, I mean just make them implode, murder them brutally. This is where the bloodshed and violence really kicked in the show. Because before, like, it was killing a lot of demons. This was people dying. This was gory as all hell. But man, it was good. Then going back to good old Katana Man and Akane as they watched all their friends, or well, not friends, all their henchmen just get completely and totally murdered. Kobeni is revealed to have survived her attack by somebody's grandma. Arai's dead, takes a bullet for Kobeni, and she just goes in there swiftly and murders the grandma. Wow. She shows up, and we learn that Kobeni is actually a badass. I would like to formally apologize for calling Kobeni worst girl, because it turns out Kobeni is an absolute beast. Takes on the Katana Man, granted it is human form, but just wrecks him, dodges the Snake Devil, dodging all over, pulls out the gun, starts firing, and just chase off the bad guys and saves the day. What a showing. I'm clapping for you, Kobeni. I am clapping for you. And the episode basically is over. We just get one last scene where Tendo and Kurose basically tell Makima they do not want to join up. One of these Section 4 people that Makima's team quits, and she says, what a shame, the food in Tokyo is to die for. Very on the nose. Very on the nose. And now we're gonna go to episode 10, Bruised and Battered. So basically everyone's dead. Aki's in a hospital, wakes up, and look and behold, Denji and Power are there. And they give him an apple. And then he takes the whole basket of apples. Denji's just unironically funny. As he leaves, we finally see Aki cry over Himeno's death, and we see just how much she meant to him, which is really sad. I mean, we already knew that he meant a lot to her, but she meant a lot to him, but damn. And then interesting enough, he asks his curse how many years he has left, and it says 2. That basically is a massive red flag, and Aki is dead. He is dead at the end of the series. I don't care what happens. Denji and Makima leave. Denji and Power leave to go meet with Makima. He finds Aki crying, which is sad. But then one interesting thing I like to note is Denji, he's like, wait, why am I not sad that Himeno died? That was my first friend. And then he wonders, he's like, is he sad if Power dies? No. Is he sad if Aki dies? No. Is he sad if even Makima dies? And he says no. Like, he won't cry. Like, he'll be sad, but he won't cry. Which is interesting. He mentions that Pochita might have actually took his heart. Like, he might actually be heartless. Which is interesting to me. I think they're going to play that up a little bit more. I think the series is going to be more smarter about that. The series is a joke when it wants to be, but when it wants to be intelligent and smart, it does that. It does that very well. So I'm very interested in that. The two cronies again, Tendo and Kurose, basically go up to Aki and is like, yo, you need stronger devils, or you should quit. There's also a little scene as well too when Himeno's sister comes, gives Aki the letters basically saying, yo, I keep trying to get Aki to leave, but he won't leave. He must feel a little guilty about that, but he is determined and he wants to get vengeance. Then, Kishibe. He's supposed to be in charge of training Denji and Power. Meets them at that really, really depressing looking cemetery, which is nothing but generic crosses. And he brutally murders both of them. Here's a nice interesting part. We learned that Denji is straight up immortal. Like, cannot die, apparently. I don't know if that's, like, super legit. He's immortal, can never die, or just he thinks he's immortal. Whatever the case is, he kills Denji multiple times, and he leaves Power on the verge of death, saying she's near immortal. Okay, interesting. He then says he's going to keep hunting them down until they're strong, and he's going to make them all serious badasses. Interesting enough. And he makes them walk home, the douchebag. They decide that they're now smart. They wear glasses to look smarter, apparently, I guess. I don't know. And they wait to go ambush Kishibe. Really nice strategy. Ends up not working because he again murders both of them. And yeah, we cap off the episode with Aki meeting the future devil. I wonder what kind of power or contract we're gonna get with the future devil that will allow Aki to fight now, because he can't use Curse Devil and he doesn't have the Fox Devil. I mean, maybe he'll be able to see a little bit into the future and he'll be able to read people's moves and be a super fast swordsman is what I'm guessing, but I'm unsure. I don't know. That's all I can think. That's all I can guess about. Overall, both 2 good episodes. Last episode was amazing fire. This episode's pretty good. Overall, neither is trash. So I will see you guys all next week for the next installment of Is It Trash? And the next installment of Chainsaw Man Tuesday. This has been Gomi. Bye-bye.